Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the much awaited CDL. CDL Week 8 game of the week between your boy Punslinger and then, of course, Viperio and the Forest Green Snovers. Yes, this is a little messed up for this image, but I accidentally deleted the template and now we have no template and have to remake it. So, shout out to me for being an idiot. That's why it's a little crooked. Don't hit me. Anyway, looking at the matchup this week. This is the first time either of these two teams have been on Game of the Week, I believe, unless I'm an idiot. Viperio is I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just going to pronounce it Viperio because that's all I don't know. That's just because I'm doing it that way. He was a replacement for, I think, he replaced somebody. So he's a replacement for the last couple weeks. It is now week 8. Let me actually go ahead and pull up something because I'm kind of curious. One second. Okay, so that's what the template's missing. It's missing the record. So let me go ahead and pull up the record for you guys. So if this document wants to load. So right now, can I count? Yeah, so Pun is 4-3 right now, currently at the time of this match. They're going into this match, 4-3, which is a good record. Currently, I believe he was in the 9th spot. This is about 1 week behind, which is really cringe. TBH, really cringe. But he is going to be 4-3, and then looking at the Forest Green Snovers, they are also 4-3. So both teams are 4-3. They're both in a similar position at the time of this recording for running in the playoffs right now. So the playoff race is an interesting one. I'm not going to go over it because I'm pretty sure most of the things are set by this point. Maybe we'll go over it in week 9. In week 9's game of the week, assuming we can get that done in time. But yeah, both teams are vying for playoff positions at the time of this game, and the playoff race is already heavily underway, especially in week 8. And these final few games are going to mean a lot. So looking at the matchup right away, obviously Coco has a really good matchup against this team, right? Okay, so Coco has the fairy coverage for these guys. They can't get paralyzed by Murkrow, which is cool. It does raise the problem for Regieleki because Regieleki can run Rising Voltage and take advantage of the Coco terrain. It kind of just pull a Uno reverse card, which is pretty annoying, kind of. Its 130 speed tier is going to be faster than everything except the Sceptile and Gengar, which is cool, and barring any Scarfers, of course, and the Regieleki, of course, but we'll talk about that after. Sceptile is pretty good. On this side, it's a special set. Viperio, Cobalion, Blastoise all have a kind of a hard time dealing with special Sceptile, especially. Assuming he can get Focus Blasts. Cinderace is pretty good after some chip. The big thing, though, I've noticed is that this Blastoise is really good this game. It doesn't really have a good wall, especially considering it can run the Terrain Pulse move and take advantage of electric terrain, which will let it blow up Celesteela. It'll let it blow up Primarina, which is really cool, and Murkrow, of course, but I don't know if you're staying in on Murkrow. Of course you can, though. What else? Melibutta is pretty good this game. I'm not exactly sure what they brought set-wise. I've seen the game like one time, and that was last week, so I'm not totally sure. Gengar is okay this game. Yeah, this Garchomp could be a serious problem, depending on the set. I actually kind of like Scarf, but Thwacky's not a huge issue because you just go Steela and then you can do whatever you want, right? Like you could be the Autotomize set, you can do a lot. Autotomize set's pretty good actually, I'm not gonna lie. But there are a lot of things that Thwacky can do. Thwacky also gives another option, which is I like this team comp. If you remember, Ryan ran a similar team comp or similar offense, where he has the Electric Terrain Core in Raichu, Coco, and Mega Blastoise, and then Grass option for Thwacky, so that Blastoise can run Terrain Pulse and be a Grass move as well, which is pretty cool. But with that, we've already spent almost 5 minutes. So let's just go ahead and get into the game. And we're here. Awesome. So Go ahead and look at the lead. We are on the volcanic the volcanic top field, which is the fire field. So Viperio is going to go ahead and lead his Blastoise right away against Meloetta. Meloetta is going to fire off Energy Ball and take away 40% right away. Flip Turn comes out, which is cool. Landorus is an interesting one. It really has no ability in Draft League, which is kind of why it's not really picked too often, but it is what it is. Chandelure comes out and subs up on the switch to Primarina, which is cool. Liquid Voice goes through here, but there's of course no Hyper Voice and not Liquid Voice, which sucks. It does. This one is super scary on Volcanic Top because fire moves are like way mega boosted. I'm pretty sure it's just a fire field, right? So that was interesting. This guy is really good this game, especially when it comes. I mean, obviously you don't need it. Glaceon Crest reverses resists fire now. Steela can be broken with, Blastoise, Kogo, even Viperio. Chandelure is not super necessary. It's just kind of was a good mon this game. I don't know if letting it die is the best play. Obviously, like objectively, the best play is to like dodge the attack in general and just go to Landorus. But maybe he's afraid of some sort of other move or setting up an SD. There's other variables. So Chandelure goes down right away. Maybe setting up too early might have been a problem. Either way, Chandelure's down, and Castform is gonna pop Hail, which is awesome. So Castform Crest is pretty cool. Blizzard comes out and crits the Glaceon, which is tactical. Ice Ball is gonna heal it up because the fields do that. Pump comes out, does 32% on the Wish, which is pretty cool. Defensive Glaceon is kind of viable. It's weak to Fighting and Steel, which isn't horrible overall. Kogo comes in here to eat a Shadow Ball, getting the boost from the Prism Scale, taking some chip from Hail, and Glaceon is going to go back to full here, which is awesome. Meloetta is going to switch in here, not fearing the Dazzling Gleam, just to eat the Dazzling Gleam. That's a +1, so it's essentially specs right there. Charge is going to come out, which is really cool, and unfortunately, he's going to lose his Spadef drop right away. But the Charge plus Special Attack and the Thing is going to take it out. Obviously, there's no like super great play here unless this thing is scarfed. You don't go Garchomp. There's nothing really he can do here. There's nothing really you can do there. I mean, you could go Glaceon, but after the charge, you kind of need Glaceon around here to check Blastoise. Actually, not to check Blastoise, to check Landorus. I mean, it actually checks the Castform, which is really funny. Garchomp comes out here and eats a Dazzling Gleam because it is no longer charged, or it is no longer. It's not risking anything. That's another interesting play. I think Chomp is doing way too much for the matchup. Actually, that's not true. Chomp is good this game. But Coco goes down, which really does suck. That actually does suck that Chandelure and Coco goes down. I don't think you let Coco die there ever, even though it has the boost, because now Breaking Steel is kind of impossible, right? Breaking Steel is a big problem. You're kind of leaning on like a +2 Viperio to kind of take care of Steela. But it's a big problem. So Garchomp is still out here. It's going to go ahead and just be sacked to the Blizzard, which is fine. It did plenty of work already, and at this point, it's not doing too much except risking a Weakness Policy pop on Viperio, which is kind of a problem. And at this point, it's not killing Chomp with an Earthquake. It's not killing Landorus with a Stone Edge or anything. It's just going to die. So he's going to sack this, not let anything get chipped, which is fine. Maybe if he wanted to, he could have had Glaceon come in and a Wish and then potentially try to get it back in somehow. But there's not really anything you're switching into here. This is an interesting bring. I actually didn't see this before for some reason, but he's going to reveal Thunder on his Castform. This is cool tech, obviously, but for this specific matchup, I'm not a big fan of it. Inside of the Hail, Thunder, I believe, goes down to a 50% chance to hit. So you're flipping a coin here. Not only are you flipping a coin, but if you miss, Heavy Slam is going to be doing a chunk of damage here. So Thunder comes out. He's going to miss, unfortunately, and Heavy Slam is going to take him out. Yeah, so that really sucks. And Beast Boost comes out. So that's why letting Chandelure die is kind of a sucky situation. Obviously, like, there's not a ton to do. Like, there's not a super great Chomp switch in, except for my guess would be some sort of Landorus set. Castform is put in a position it really shouldn't have been. Coco and Chandelure should have been enough to take out the Steela for sure if it was preserved. But things happen. Just the cast form bring. I think perhaps that's why he sacked his Coco. Was he was thinking that, hey, I can sack Coco and then just, you know, whatever, and then I'll bring in my cast form, hit Thunder. But Thunder is 50% in Hail, which really, unless the Volcanic Top changes that, which I doubt. Samson's gonna reveal Gravity here, which is really cool. Gravity is a really great bring, but he's kind of relying on hitting a Focus Blast at this point because Glaceon should be able to wall this guy no matter what, which means his set's going to be U-Turn, Gravity, Earthquake, and then maybe Superpower or something. Sugar Berry on Steela is going to come out. That's a really good bring. Perhaps there is a Smackdown type of prediction that he thought he was going to bring, maybe Smackdown, Earthquake, or perhaps it was Gravity, Landorus. So Steela is going to go down here, which is really cool. Really good for Viperio, which is pretty unreal, actually, at this point, since he lost pretty much, I think, his primary attacks. He was really stacked out the wazoo for the Steela. Steela wasn't doing anything this game, assuming this thing is Terrain, Pulse, or whatever. Glaceon is going to take out the Blastoise, and then Landorus is going to come out and take out this guy. I don't think this is Scarf. It's obviously not Scarf. It was a Gravity into Earthquake. Cinder comes out and clicks Powerball, and of course on this field Blaze is activated, which is why I did 1,000,000% there. Premier comes in here on the Earthquake and just dies to get a little bit of chip off on the thing. So this is really rough because High Jump Kick comes out here and Earth or Protect's gonna obviously make him take 50%. Jump Kick comes out again, and then Earthquake is going to take a pun. So Viperio is going to win twice in a row, or 2-0, which is cool. Obviously, like, I didn't poke fun. I pointed out that this letting Chandelier and Coco go down and then firing off the Thunder in the Hail against Steela was kind of a risky play, especially because Steela could have been a serious problem. Like, that was Spit F Beast Boost. If it was maybe like a, you know, the what do you call that, Autotomized set with, you know, some ice coverage or something, that could have really been scary, especially at that point in the game. But you know what it is, what it is. Viperio is going to walk away with the 2-0 victory and take the Week 8 Game of the Week victory. So that is going to be it from me for today. That is it. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. God bless, and have a great day.